please join me in welcoming Winnie, Comstock, Carlson.
Organization and women getting together in networking opportunities and just supporting one another and inspiring one another is, I don't know that I would say unique, but it is at least fairly unique, and it's very definitely something that women do well. But anyway, welcome, and I'm so glad to be here, and thank you, eWomen's Network, for inviting me. You know, each time we inspire each other to do better, we help to move the wave of women in leadership forward just a bit. As that wave of women's accomplishments grows in size and power, there's absolutely nothing anyone can do to stop us. Would you agree with that? Absolutely. And for me, that's a fundamental reason we're gathered here today. eWomen actually allowed each one of us to select a topic that we'd like to discuss, and I'd like to share some experiences in business and some lessons I've learned along the way, because I think we can all relate to those lessons and we can all learn from them. And for some of you, the story of uncertainty, unexpected opportunities, and new doors opening may sound similar to how your life is unfolding right now. If it is, then tighten your seatbelts, because if you're like me, it gets even more unpredictable and dynamic from here on, and I can tell you it's definitely worth the ride. In our current economy, we all know about people who have driven themselves across town through traffic, coffee in hand, ready to start work just like any other day, only to enter the building and find their familiar office doors bolted permanently shut. Well, that's what happened to me. My once satisfying, good, steady job suddenly was no more. The company had gone bust. It was a shock. My brain quickly jumped into overdrive. I considered my skills, I considered my age, I considered my sense of still searching for my true north in terms of a career, and I decided I was essentially unemployable. Did you ever feel like that? I knew I couldn't change what had just happened, but I could change how I reacted to it. I thought and I thought and I prayed and I thought some more and I prayed some more. The pressure was really on. Then, funny as it might sound, one night, out of a deep sleep, I awoke at 3 o'clock in the morning with a jolt. I don't usually do that, but I'd had a vision in my dream of a publication. It was called Comstock's magazine, and I could see it as clear as day. Not very original, I felt, but it sounded good. It would be for and about business. It would be a voice for all the other people out there who had visions, who were creating jobs and products and were improving the quality of life for themselves, their employees, their customers, and the community. Thankfully, I wouldn't listen to anything anyone said that suggested that my idea was absolutely impossible, which it was. Rather, I put on those blinders that women can put on once in a while, as I'm very good at doing, and I focused on my hopes, my wishes, my goals, and I just went for it. So, the minute I committed to my new vision, I started finding wonderful people with talents much greater than mine who were willing to take a chance with me and work without pay on the new magazine until advertising revenues started coming in. And that was a huge investment for them to make in me, and it was clear that they had begun to believe in this idea too. And that's the interesting and unique thing about a clear idea. It almost automatically attracts people and support. If it starts happening to you, trust the fact that it is opportunity presenting itself. Our first issue of the magazine, now we're talking about 1989 here, June of '89. Our first issue talked about Sam Merksimer's dream to make take Merksimer's Jewelers national, and the city's plan to deepen the water channel at the Port of Sacramento for greater foreign trade potential, and some of the major commercial real estate developers moving into the area at that time. And we did a history of the Sacramento River with the rebuilding of the historic riverboat Delta King, then newly opened as an entertainment and lodging venue, and the opening of the Radisson Hotel. Yes, Delta King and the Radisson share the same anniversary as Comstock's. The idea that change is inevitable seems in the abstract as no big deal until it actually hits you. I know some of you are going through major changes right now, and others may experience it in the very near future. If and when it happens, to the degree that it helps, please know that you're not alone. As women, we can be incredibly resourceful and resilient. That is our secret strength. Trust yourself and you will survive. No matter if it's your job or your business, change will occur. It can be big and it can be sudden. Change often comes from the outside as something you can't control. At that moment, everything will depend on how you respond to it. There will often be lots at stake. A wrong choice can send you back to square one, which could mean, in my instance, total failure. For Comstocks and for me, the new challenge was the disruptive change that is relentlessly hitting the publishing industry in the form of the electronic delivery of information and the popularity of social media. There comes a time in every woman's life as a business leader when you may have more responsibility than anyone else. You may have more to lose financially than everyone else, and you may have fewer future possibilities for employment than everyone else. But nothing will get done in the business anymore without the help of everyone else. And it is at that moment your business becomes a company. At that moment, your job shifts from doing it all yourself with the assistance of others to relying on your team to actually make the business possible. Your role then shifts from doing it all to supporting each of your team members in their own unique ways to help them reach their individual fullest potential while feeling good about being part of the vision for the whole firm. It's a very different role for you than when you started. But here's the point. Change is inevitable. Expect it and embrace it. When it happens, respond instead of reacting. You need to plan, you need to hire consultants, maybe call my former sidekick. Oh boy, do I wish I could find her. You need to plan some more, and then, knowing you can't fully prepare for all that will come next, just do it. Take the jump. Don't kill progress by waiting for perfection. It never comes. First, be positive and optimistic, even when you don't feel like it. People with a good attitude always are more likely to move ahead. It's really, really true. How many negative downer people have you wanted to partner with or give your full support to? Secondly, manage with an open door. A company where people feel secure offering suggestions brings out great ideas and solutions you wouldn't have thought of yourself. And that certainly happened in our company. Third, don't be a micromanager. It creates a bottleneck in any organization and discourages creative thinking. Personally, I was tempted not to put this one in because it's really hard for me not to micromanage, but I hope I'm not a bottleneck too. It does work. Fourth, remember that huge challenges are really opportunities in disguise. Embrace them and figure out where the heck that opportunity is hiding. Fifth, find your dream by deciding what you would do if you were absolutely sure that you could not fail. When you get that idea settled, I offer my own seat of the pants management approach, which is Move boldly in the direction of your dream, and unseen forces will come to your aid. And that one really works. From my perspective, I propose the binder that holds all the parts of a good business together is made up of ethics and caring for each other and caring for the community. We've seen in recent years what a lack of ethics and caring in business can do. As women, the community will tend to assume we'll bring ethics and caring to our work, and I suggest we don't let them down. I've put much emphasis on the concept of change today. It can frighten and paralyze us, or it can empower us and drive us forward. Change does not have to be about threats from the outside. Change can also come from within ourselves as we work to become our very best. I am convinced that women who embrace change can achieve amazing things. In closing, I want to say that I'm personally grateful. I'm grateful for being here. I'm grateful for being able to have a business. And in my case, I'm really grateful for every single issue of the magazine that we've ever produced. As long as we're making a difference in the region, we'll probably get to continue doing what we love, which is producing more magazines and blogs and innovative electronic communications. Most of all today, I'm grateful for being invited to be here with you, and I'm enthused about working with women in the region to continue to move the wave of women's leadership forward as we collectively rise to whatever level we wish to choose for our careers. It's our job to help the new generation of younger women do the same and more. And oh yes, I forgot one thing. Last week, I was delivering a batch of our Capital Region Cares editions, and I was enjoying a moment of feeling we were kind of secure for the moment, and that the entrepreneurial effort had survived just a little bit longer and was kind of growing yet into the future. So I went out and I bought some really cool new shoes. We're all in the business, so